everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am making a video about how to navigate Mydegrees. You might not be familiar with Mydegrees because you maybe aren't a student yet at Oregon State, but basically it's our degree checklist for the 4 years that we're here. It shows us what we have to take in our major, what's left to take, and what AP credits came in from high school, and it's just basically your big checklist for 4 years. So a few of the things that you can actually do on Mydegrees is calculate your GPA, and you can do what if scenarios. Towards the end of the term, when I have a feeling for how I'm doing in my classes, I'll put in like, what if I get an A in this class? What if I get a B in that? And how it'll affect your GPA. You can also find your educational student plans in there. So every term you have to enter in a PIN number to be able to register for classes. And in order to get that PIN, you have to meet with an advisor and you have to present them a plan of how you're gonna do next term. You're gonna say, I'm gonna take this backward class and I'm gonna take this CS class. And they're gonna let you know that seems like a bit too much or maybe that looks just right. But you have to make that plan before you go into your advising appointment, and you're gonna do that through Mydegrees. So I've heard that the AP exams are coming up for high school, and you probably wanna know what's gonna apply to your actual major at Oregon State. So you can look at a course equivalent sheet and see if you take AP Government, maybe that will transfer over to Government 202. I'm not sure if that's a real thing. I'm just saying it as an example. So then you can go to what you want your degree to be here at Oregon State. Let's say you're doing computer science. So you look through all the backward classes and you will look for that Government 202 and see if it'll fulfill any of the categories, any of the courses for your backward. If that can mark off any category for your Mydegrees, then go ahead, take that AP exam. But if it doesn't apply to your major, then honestly, I wouldn't take the AP exam. It might just be a little bit of a waste of money, but you can always go ahead and do it if you want. You cannot get into Mydegrees unless you are an Oregon State student and have recently been admitted. So this may not be relevant now, but this video might be helpful to look back on later once you are admitted, or if you're in college right now at Oregon State and if you're having trouble with Mydegrees, hopefully this video can help you with that too. I will have all the links down below to the registrar, how to get to Mydegrees, and the video tutorials that Oregon State provides for us. But yeah, hopefully this video can help you. And now I'm going to show you my screen on my laptop and how I navigate through Mydegrees.
So I am now on the Oregon State Mydegrees page. Right here you can see on the right it says log into Mydegrees. So if I click on that, it will take me to something like this. This is your My OSU portal, and if you go to the left hand side here, you can see student. Once you're on the student page, you can click right here, it says Mydegrees. So then once you click that, you will be taken to a page like this. I zoomed in to cover my personal information and the grades that I got in my classes, but yeah. So to start, you can see we have this legend that lets us know anything that is completed will be in green. Anything not completed will just be an empty checkbox, and anything still in process, nearly completed, that will be in blue. So depending on your major, your Mydegrees is going to look different if you're getting a Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of the Arts. So I'm getting a Bachelor's of Science, so you can see that right here it says that I have not completed my major requirements, so I'm obviously not done with my degree. We used to have this thing called Pro School, but instead of that, they have replaced it with a minimum GPA requirement, which is a 2.25, and they just made tuition like a little bit more expensive to kind of balance things out. But so this box is kind of not very relevant, except for knowing that you have your 2.25 GPA. This box, your major in computer science, yours is going to say major in whatever your major is, but basically it just tells you that you still have not completed your degree and that you still have more requirements to fulfill. So next, if you go down here, you can see these are my computer science major requirements. So these are all of my CS, math, physics, all of my required courses. So mine are pretty much all the way checked off. But down here you can see I still have classes that I need to take, and this is what it will look like. So right here I have Introduction to Computer Networks, and it'll say still needed one class in. Sometimes it'll give you an option if there are 2 course equivalents, but like do you see right here, CS 381, there's only one class I can take. But let's say if I clicked on this CS 372, it would take me to something like this. This page will have a little blurb about the course and the subjects and topics that you will cover. You'll also be able to see what prerequisites are required in order to take this class, and then you will see the term, the campus, and the meeting times for this class. Okay, so now I'm back on the Mydegrees page. Right here is your baccalaureate core classes. So this is like your high school electives. So in high school, when you took pottery, that's kind of the equivalent to taking Art 101 here for your literature and the arts. So this is your kind of like electives zone. So you can see we have like our fitness classes and our Com 111 classes here. And then we have this thing called perspectives back core. So that just means like this is a big category and you're gonna have to take a cultural and diversity, a literature and the arts, social processes and institutions, Western culture. So what these are basically big umbrellas to say, okay, anything that falls under this category you can take and it will apply for your major. One way you can look at the classes that will apply for each of these categories is, let's say I wanted to take a Western culture class. Well, you could go to the Baccalaureate Core Courses Oregon State website, and I will have this link down below. But you can see right here, I could click on Western Culture, and it'll take me to this section that has all of these classes that I could choose from. And so let's say if I wanted to take Shakespeare, I could click on English 201, and it'll give me a little blurb about it, and then I can remember ENG 201. Then you can go to the course catalog for Oregon State, and you can type in ENG 201, and you can determine what term you want to take it. So if I said summer 2020 and I'm on the Corvallis campus, it'll update my search and it'll let me know that it is available. But if you go to fall, you'll see that it's not available. The course catalog comes in handy a lot when you're trying to figure out, what's offered at what time and when to take your certain classes. But yeah, so that's how you're going to navigate looking for your backcourt classes and what falls under what category. Down here, this is where you will see all your credits that come in from high school, or if you go to a junior college beforehand, you can see that I did my Com 111 at a local community college, and then I did Spanish in high school, so that was also an AP credit that came in. Sometimes these take a little bit longer to be transferred over from the junior college or whatever, but don't worry, as long as you've looked and you've made sure that the Com 111 at a junior college is the equivalent to the Com 111 here at Oregon State, you will be fine. Then down here, this is where I was telling you about the educational plan. So you have to make a bunch of notes and meet with your advisor. Don't worry, these notes are not like super detailed. They just want you to make sure that you're thinking about next term and staying on track. So next, I'm going to show you up here, they have the planner tab, which this is what you will click when you need to make an appointment with your advisor. So you can see that fall of 2017, I planned that I was going to take Math 251, CS 260, History, and Writing. So yeah, you can see that these are all the plans that I've made. So now I am in the what if scenario in the degree checklist tab, and I have never actually used this, but you can select like what campus you would be taking your classes in and just basically fill all of this out and try different scenarios for your major and what you want to do. But personally speaking, I don't know if you're going to use this tab a lot. I've never met anyone that does the what if scenarios in Mydegrees often. But yeah, so your degree checklist is probably the most important thing and the most useful.
So thank you so much for watching. I hope this can help someone out there. I know Mydegrees is actually really intimidating, but once you kind of realize it's just one giant checklist, it's not that scary. And over time, it is so rewarding to see it get all of the green check marks. Sorry that if you're not admitted to Oregon State right now, you probably can't follow along, but you can definitely use this video as a reference once you are admitted and you do have your Mydegrees and your own NID and all that. So yeah, if you have any more questions or comments, want me to make any more Oregon State related videos, definitely comment them below or DM me on Instagram. But that is it, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.